Luke chapter 4, verses 14 through 15 says, Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit, and news about him spread throughout the whole countryside. He was teaching in their synagogues, and everyone praised him. So, everyone praised him, huh? Well, of course they did. He was Jesus. Everyone liked Jesus, right? Well, dear viewer, no. It might start that way, but that is not the way these kind of stories ever end. Of course, we've seen so far that it was looking pretty good. I mean, you recall the story from Luke 2 about Jesus going to the temple when he was 13. Verse 47 says of the reception Jesus got there, everyone who heard him was amazed at his understanding and his answers. Later in verse 52, Luke is explaining what happened after Jesus and his parents got home, and Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Sounds like Jesus was quite impressive and popular. As Jesus matured and started his ministry, we read early in chapter 4 that Jesus put Satan in his place with his command of Scripture. So that's a strong sign that not only was Jesus able to impress us, he was able to impress Satan. It seems to me that Satan knows the Scripture, but obviously Satan does not know it as well as its author. It looks like Jesus is firing on all cylinders. Then here we read in verse 15, he was teaching in their synagogues and everyone praised him when he came back from the wilderness. But, spoiler alert, the love fest does not last. Jesus is about to get the wrong kind of attention, the kind that someone else thought they should be getting instead of him. A practical bit of advice today: never believe your own press clippings. There is something in people that desires to build others up and then tear them down. All the accolades Jesus is garnering are about to be swept aside by the very people who should have known better.